Hello, all my internet crafty friends. I'm back with a flip through of this journal that I've been working on for quite some time. I did a lot of research on this journal. Excuse me. It is based on what I would perceive as a captain's log type journal from the Titanic. Actually combines the movie and the actual recounts of the disaster. So on the cover here we have 1912 kind of book plate, because that's the year the Titanic sank. And then we have the three-hole pamphlet stitch with two signatures, and it's tied with some leather strips, and it has a button with kind of a naval seal sort of seal on it. It's got the eagle and an anchor right there. So let's take a look on the inside. With the faux leather, we have the faux suede. And like I said, it was based on both the movie and actual accounting. So this here is from the movie, and this is the designer's concept of his uniform that he would wear in the movie. And I just made that into little journaling cards. There is a lot of these in here from the movie, like journaling cards of the designer outfits. And here's a photograph of the actor who played the part. And then here's just a little journaling spot. So yes, we're going to turn the page, and we have a luggage tag here that says have a good trip. Well, we all know how that turned out. And then here is some of the research I did, like an hour-to-hour detail of the actual launch and the disaster of when it happened, what they have of records. This is the actual captain, and it's glued down, but it looks like it's a removable photo. It has those photo corners on it and some journaling space here. Lots of journaling space here. The sticker. This is when the spring of 1911, when the hull was being completed on the Titanic. Space for writing. This is a copy of a luncheon menu from the Titanic, and this here is an envelope I had tucked in this pocket right here. Has some music on it because inside you will find the musicians who continued to play and tried to keep people calm through the whole disaster. Okay, and then we're going to stick that right in that pocket, and it kind of decorates that. This is a third-class breakfast menu. Here's a steerage, little journaling spot there. And this is from a book I had on the Titanic movie and the wreckage from what they've found. So there's the doors from the movie, and then the wreckage that they found. And then we have a blueprint of the ship, how it was designed, and here's the research I found on the three designers of the Titanic tucked in there. Okay, and then here's the luggage. There's a list of facts. I can't remember how many pieces of luggage there were, but it is in the fact sheet, one of the fact sheets in here. As you can see, quite a bit. It's over 1,000, like 1,300 or something like that. And then this is actually a copy of a bill of particulars. Lists the contents of a trunk that was on the Titanic. So that's in there. Pages are kind of tight. Okay, we got the journaling spaces there. Lots of journaling space to write your thoughts down. This is the actual officers the chief officer, the first officer, and this is the second and third officer. And the second officer, Charles Lightoller, he had some, I could find some research on things that he said in the investigation, so I just tagged that onto there. And this paper is from a digital printout I found on the internet concerning the movie The Titanic, and then in here we have a replica of a ticket for the launch of the Titanic. I guess before the launch they had a tour that you could take, and then some other fascinating facts about the Titanic. This I designed as like a personal space to the captain, and so in here might be a picture of his wife. His wife's name was Eleanor. This is not a picture of her, but I didn't have a picture, so I made up a story. So this is his wife, and this would be their favorite song that he would take to sea with him in his journal wherever he went. And so there's a copy of the music. And in here we have quotes from the captain, John Smith, during the sailing of the Titanic, and then a quote by his wife after the sinking of the Titanic. We have a paper in here for journaling, and this is actually an abstract of a log for the commander dating back in January 1908, before the Titanic, but kind of shows his experience and maybe a momentum, maybe a favorite trip he took as a captain there. So, and then we have the beginning of the maiden voyage. And this picture was docked at the Southampton, and then some quotes from the White Star Line architects and the person who set the telegram. So lots of little quotes and things in here. Journaling space. This is from the movie. So some nice journaling cards. Again, from the movie. This is from a children's book that I found on icebergs. Thought it was kind of interesting. So, and very childish, big writing. So, yeah. I thought it was kind of fun to add in there. And then again, here is the designer of the outfits from the movie. This was what I found online, is the Olympic or the Titanic. This is like a room that might be in there. This is a altered paper clip, just some materials. More journaling space, and in here we have the dining room, the actual dining room, and then the recreation of the dining room from the movie right here. And then here we have an advertisement for the Olympic and the Titanic right here. There you go. And this is just a journaling card. And this is a second class dinner menu, and this is a journaling spot here, flip out. And then from the movie we have Ruth, who was Rose's mother. So that's another costume card. And then I imagine she'd have an engagement planning book to know where she's going and what she's doing every day. So I stuck that in there. And then over here we have the White Star Line. This is actually a ticket, I think, to get on the Titanic. And then we have the White Star Line paths they take, voyage paths, journaling spot there, and another engagement paper. From the movie, another costume card, more journaling space, lots of journaling space. This here is the Titanic at sale, and I just wrote some facts on here, how big it was, the birth of it, from bow to stern, from side to side. And then this is kind of like I made a postcard of the movie shot to write on the back of that. This is a pocket. Then we have, this is just a flip over the page sort of journaling card. It's the actor who played J.J. Astor, and then more journaling spots, daily memorandum, and just journaling paper. I really had a lot of fun doing this. So, you know, it's one of the ones I took my time on and just really got into it. So this is Molly Brown, the unsinkable Molly Brown, because she survived the Titanic. She is actually an heiress from the United States, an oil tycoon's wife, I guess. So there she is. There's the lady who played her in the movie, and here's an actual photo of her along with this photo here. And we have the costume designer and her trunk contents here. So lots of goodies for Molly Brown. I suppose there's a lot of things in there because she was an American. I don't know. There we go. Okay. Some more journaling spot, and this was a bunch of things that I found, headlines and things, and I made a big sheet and shrunk it down, copied it, shrunk it down, and that's what it came out with. There's a couple of these in here, but this one I made into a little fold out tiny journaling spot up here, but just some interesting news article type things in here. Yep. Of course, they were headed to New York City, and the survivors did get to New York City. There weren't very many of them, I think in the 400s, and docked at Pier 54 in New York City. There you go. Here it is. Here's another article, a reproduction of an article for a journaling spot. And then we have a picture here. This one actually does come out so that you can journal underneath it. And then there's a couple other quotes here from survivors. And then we have another costume. This is the actor who played Thomas Andrews, who was one of the designers of the Titanic. And so then I have a little journaling spot on the back of this. It is a specimen card, which I used to put the photo in, frame it. And then I have this dictionary right here. So this is all the P's. So it says press, prestige. So yeah, kind of words that went along with him. He had there was a lot of press because he was a designer, and he was responsible for the Titanic and everything that happened with it. So there we go. And then this is a White Star advertisement reproduction from the Olympic and the Titanic. So they are sister ships. They're pretty much the same. And then this is my reproduction of all the snippets I found. And then I made a journaling card here with a little pop out of the architecture inside the ship. And this is another dictionary. One of the words on here is problems. You know, they had lots of problems. And this is from the wreckage right here. One of the columns from the dining area. and then the actual SOS from the Titanic. This is just a little pocket to hold some papers. Journaling spot. This picture also comes out. This is Molly Brown, Ruth Rose's mother, from the movie here. And then this is, you can see the deck here, the reproduction of the deck. And then this is the actual picture of the deck from the Titanic. And he kind of aged it a little more and made it into a journaling card here. Okay, and we have a pocket with a drawing of the deck with people all over the deck of the Titanic there, the top deck. And then we have a survivor facts right here. There's 492 passengers survived, 214 crew survived, and some other information there. And then this is a tag with one of the actors from the movie, Countess of Ross? I don't know. It's just a journaling card there. Some cheesecloth, a bit there. Okay, put that back in there. More journaling space, journaling space, journaling space. Then we have Rose from the movie and her costume card. Journaling space. And then here in this last pocket we have the Virginian pilot ran this account of how the wealthy families of Astor and Guggenheim briefly explored what it would take to recover the bodies of their loved ones. So, and in that pocket I have the photograph of the actual wreckage down there, what's left of it, and then this is the wreckage with the movie characters imposed upon it. And then we have one of the columns from the dining hall here, made it into a journaling card. And then in this last pocket, this is the 5th Officer Lau, who was the only officer to return after the sinking. Unfortunately, it was a little too late, and he didn't find too many people still alive. So some more quotes from the commander of the Carpathian, which is the ship that actually rescued the survivors. And then this is just a question and answer. I'm not sure who they interrogated here or asked, but this is from the investigation. So a little more information, and you can journal on the back of it. And stuck that in there. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed that. And anyone who else is a Titanic enthusiast, I guess you would say. I don't know if I am, but it is interesting, and I did enjoy the movie. So yeah, if you like this, please hit the like and subscribe to see more of my content. Next up is going to be some autumn journals I'm working on, so I'm probably going to show some work on those. And yeah, leave a comment. I love to read your comments and what you think about this journal. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.